Hello everybody, Dominus Games here, and welcome to a video. Now, you're probably wondering, what's this video going to be about? Well, you've actually probably already read the title, and possibly if I've made a thumbnail. Whoa, I made a thumbnail. What? No, but anyway, I'm going to be reading the character information for all the characters. Other than the characters that, we don't know, Nightmare Chica, Mini Rena, Bonnet, and now Lullabit. If you haven't seen that, go see my video that I just made before this. But anyway, here we go. I'm gonna close my... I'm gonna leave it open. Okay, so anyway, let's do this. Golden Freddy. When he appears after lowering your tablet, pull it back up quickly to get rid of him. Staring at him for too long will end your run with an unpleasant surprise. Golden Freddy is the exact same as... I'm just going to read them. Helpy. He will appear on your desk at random when closing your tablet. Get rid of him quick, or he'll get up close and personal with an air horn. BB. He will try to sneak in through the side vent. Close the side vent and wait until you hear a thud indicating that he's gone. If BB slips in, he will temporarily make a nuisance of himself, disabling your flashlight until he leaves. JJ. She will also try to sneak in through your side vent. Close the side vent until you hear a thud indicating she is gone. If JJ slips in, she will disable all door controls until she leaves. Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare. This tag team duo are invisible to the cameras and can only be seen when they reach the doorways. Fredbear takes left, Nightmare takes right. And even then, only their eyes are visible. Close the doors on their faces to send them back to the darkness. Phantom Freddy. He will slowly materialize in your office, fading in from nothing. Shining your flashlight at him is the only way to make him disappear again. If he fully materializes, he will jump scare you, causing you to black out temporarily. Old Man Consequences. Better catch a fish. Now, in Ultimate Custom Night, the troll game, it actually tells how he works completely. The Marionette. If you neglect his music box, he will break free of his prison. Once out, it can't be put back inside. And your ventilation system will drain much faster than it did before, causing blackouts and eventually a game over. Boom. Nightmare Leon. His presence moves randomly to different locations in your office as you play, and begins to reappear when your mouse cursor is over him. Be quick to avoid the area of the office that he occupies, or your run will end with a jump scare. Music Man. He is behind you, always, and he is sound activated. If you continue to make a lot of noise, he will slowly become more active, crashing his cymbals together faster and faster, finally ending your run with a startling face-to-face jump scare. Nightmare BB. He sits in your office throughout the night, usually slouched over. When slouched, be careful not to shine your light on him. If he is standing, however, shine your light on him to return him to a sitting position. Otherwise, he will attack you when you turn away. Happy Frog. She climbs around through your overhead duct system, making her way toward the hoses that drop into your office. Use the audio lure to hold her in place. She is fooled 100% of the time by the audio lure, but is immune to the effects of the heater. Mr. Hippo. He climbs around the overhead duct system, making his way toward the hoses that drop into your office. Use the heater to repel him, or the audio lure to hold him in place. He is fooled 100% of the time by the audio lure. He is slightly faster than Happy Frog. Pig Patch. He climbs around your overhead duct system, making his way towards the hoses that drop into your office. Use the heater to repel him, or the audio lure to hold him in place. He is fooled 100% of the time by the audio lure, and is slightly faster than Mr. Hippo. Ned Bear. He climbs around your overhead duct system, making his way toward the hoses that drop into your office. Use the heater to repel him, or the audio lure to hold him in place. He is fooled 50% of the time by the audio lure. He is slightly faster than Pig Patch. An Orville Elephant. He climbs around your overhead duct system, making his way towards the hoses that drop into your office. Use the heater to repel him, or the audio lure to hold him in place. He is fooled 10% of the time by the audio lure. He is slightly faster than Ned Bear. Springtrap. He climbs around your vent system, making his way towards the vent opening embedded in the wall. To the vent opening embedded on the wall in front of you. Track him by watching the vent monitor. He moves silently, so don't bother listening for him, but when he is poised to attack you, you will see his face looking back at you from the vent. Close the vent door to send him away. Molten Freddy. He also climbs in the vent system, but is much faster than the other animatronics when it comes to maneuvering his way towards you. You could track him on the vent monitor, and you could hear his laugh when he is posed to attack you. Close the vent door on him to send him away. Ennard. He also climbs in the vent system, but unlike other animatronics in the vents, he is difficult to track, appearing only briefly here and there when moving. He can't be seen in the vent opening, but gives himself away by making a squeaking sound before attacking. Close the vent door to send him away. Phantom Angle will appear randomly on your viewing monitor. Close the monitor or switch viewing modes to make it disappear. If left on screen for too long, Phantom Angle will invade your office, temporarily causing audio distractions and increasing your noise meter, which can attract even more problems. Mangle makes his way towards the vent system, but unlike other animatronics in the vents, once he reaches the vent to your office, he will never leave, and will enter your office the moment the vent doors open. The only way to stop her is to use the vent snare, which can only be active in one place at a time, forcing you to keep track of Mangle's location in the vents to ensure that the correct vent snare is active. Once in your office, Mangle will hang from the ceiling, creating audio disturbances before eventually dropping down to jump scare you. Withered Chica. She's the last of the 5 vent crawlers. Withered Chica can be blocked by the vent snare, as well as the vent door. Unlike Ennard and the others, she gives no audio cue when she is at this door, meaning you will have to track her position using the vent radar. If she reaches the vent door, she will become stuck in it, preventing you from closing it for the rest of the night. While her girth prevents Ennard, Molten Freddy, and Springtrap from passing, Mangle can still go through. While this may seem like a strategic advantage, keep in mind that Withered Chica may eventually wiggle out and jump scare you. Toy Freddy. He sneaks in through your trapdoor to your right. There is no way to prevent him from entering your office. Your only defense is to put on the Freddy Fazbear mask to fool him. Looking directly at him will increase the effectiveness of the mask, causing him to leave a little faster. Toy Chica. She sneaks in through the side door of your left. And just like Toy Bonnie, there is no way to prevent her from getting into your room. Your only defense is to put on a Freddy Fazbear mask to fool her. Toy Chica is faster than Toy Bonnie and will invade your office more often. However, she is easier to fool with the mask, especially when looking directly at her. Jacko Chica. She appears on both your left and right doors at the same time. Closing either door by itself will have no effect on her. Check your cameras and view the hallways on either side of you. When Jacko Chica is fully materialized at both doors, close both doors simultaneously to cause her to disappear. Keeping your office cool will prevent her from appearing. Jacko Chica only begins to appear when your office overheats. If the office is over 100 degrees, then closing the doors will have no effect. Rockstar Chica. She stands outside your office waiting for her chance to jump scare you. She can approach from either side. Closing the door will not cause her to leave. To make her leave, double-click the wet floor sign to place it in front of the door she is standing at. This will discourage her from entering. She is afraid of slipping, and make her go away. Freddy Fazbear. He approaches from the left hall, emerging from the darkness and progressing in stages towards you. Keep track of him on the monitor to shut the door when he is standing in the doorway to turn him away. He moves faster as the building gets warmer, so try to keep him at a cool 60 degrees whenever possible. Phantom BB. Okay, anyway, Phantom BB. He will appear on your viewing monitor at random. Quickly change cameras or close the monitor to avoid being jump scared. Getting jump scared by Phantom BB will cause you to black out temporarily. Phone guy. He will call at random into your office. Oh. Call at random into your office, and you only have a brief moment of time to mute his call. If you fail to mute the call, then you'll be forced to listen to the whole thing, which will aggravate you, as well as any animatronics that is sensitive to noise level. Also, the mute button will appear in unpredictable locations. Nightmare Freddy. While you aren't looking, mini Freddy's will accumulate on your desk around your office space, around the office. Shine your light on them to scare them away. If you let too many of them gather together, the Nightmare Freddy will be summoned, ending your run with a jump scare. Chica. She hangs out in the kitchen, being generally clumsy and knocking over lots of pots and pans. In Custom Night, the kitchen is also where the music box happens to be, and while Chica doesn't care if the music box is wound up or not, she can grow tired of the music selection playing. As long as you hear the pots and pans, Chica's content. If she stops making noise, however, she has grown tired of the song, and you only have a short amount of time to change it. Don't get too eager to change the music selections, though, because if oh my god! I'm closing my window, guys. Shut up. Sorry, guys. It was getting annoying. Anyway, where were we? As long as you can hear her pots and pans, Chica's content. If she stops making noise, however, then she's grown tired of the song, and you only have I was already there. Don't get too eager to change the music selections, though, because if you change the music while Chica is happy, then she will leave the kitchen to come get you. Once she leaves the kitchen, there is no way to put her back, or to get her to go back. Next, Lefty. He sits in the closet of the left hallway. He becomes more and more agitated if the office becomes too noisy or too hot. This state of agitation increases slowly, and will eventually end with Lefty jump scaring you. Lowering the noise won't reverse the effects, nor will reducing the temperature. And doors won't prevent Lefty from getting to you. The only way to ease his temperament is to switch on the global music box, which soothes all music animatronics at the expense of extra power being drained. L-Chip. L-Chip is just a cameo mascot when he appears at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. His real passion lies in the acoustic Mexican cuisine. Cuisine, I guess. He isn't here to jump scare you, but he may interrupt your night with some jarringly colorful advertisements for L-Chip's Fiesta Buffet. Click skip or press enter to get rid of the invasive advertisements before you lose control of what's going on in your office. Withered Bonnie is next. He slips in through your trapdoor while you are viewing the monitor. You'll know he's there by the audio and visual distortions he causes just by standing there ominously. You only have a short amount of time to put on your mask and warn him off. Otherwise, a jump scare is all you'll have to look forward to. Fun Time Chica. She isn't here to ruin your day. She just wants her moment of the spotlight. She will occasionally appear on your screen as though posing for the red carpet, accompanied by camera flashes, which may cause some distortion. You'll need to learn to maneuver around your office despite these distortion effects. Otherwise, someone else may take the advantage of your confusion and crash the party. Toy Freddy. Relax. Toy Freddy is retired. He sits in the parts and service room playing video games on his big screen TV. What game is he playing? Five Nights at Mr. Hugs, of course. The problem is that Toy Freddy has never been actually good at any video games, and if he loses his game, he will probably blame you for it. Check the parts and service cam to see how he's doing in Five Nights with Mr. Hugs. There are three ways. There are three ways into. Oh my god, so many words. There are three ways into the office, and only one door can be closed at a time. Click the cams on Toy Freddy's monitor. Then be sure the appropriate door is closed to prevent Mr. Hugs from getting into his office. If you check on Toy Freddy and you see a game over on his screen, this means Mr. Hugs has already jump scared him, and now Toy Freddy is on his way to jump scare you. Once Toy Freddy has been jump scared, there is no way to calm him down and no way to save yourself. Funtime Foxy. He hides behind his curtain, waiting for the show to begin. Check on the stage and read the sign and see when showtime is. It will always be on the hour, but the hour will be at random. For instance, showtime may be at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., etc. Remember that time, because showtime is the exact moment that you'll get jump scared. There is only one way to prevent showtime, and that is by viewing his stage the moment the hour changes. If you are watching him on the camera when showtime arrives, then the showtime will be delayed by several hours, and the sign will change as well. Each hour in game it lasts exactly 45 seconds, and there is a timer visible while you play. Use this to calculate exactly when you'll need to be viewing Funtime Foxy's curtain to ensure that showtime never happens. Ballora. She will approach from either left or the right hall, disabling all your camera feeds as she approaches. All of them? You'll have to rely on sound of her music to determine which side she's approaching from, and close the correct door before she reaches you. Close the door in time, and she will retreat into the darkness. Rockstar Bonnie. He will occasionally appear in your office and is conspicuously missing his guitar. In fact, the only way to appease him is to locate his guitar on the camera system by double-clicking on it. Fail to do this in a timely fashion, and you'll lower your monitor to get greeted with a jump scare. Rockstar Foxy. His parrot will occasionally fly through your office, and if you're able to click on it before it gets to Rockstar Foxy, and if you're able to click it before it gets away, then Rockstar Foxy will appear in your office. While the other Foxies are only here to torment you, Rockstar Foxy isn't quite as hostile. In fact, he will probably offer a few interesting boosts to help you throughout the night, such as an increase of your power meter, restoring the temperature to a cool 60 degrees, or soundproofing your office for 5 seconds. However, choosing to summon Rockstar Foxy isn't without risk. If you catch him in a bad mood, he may greet you with a jump scare and end your run. This is like the longest one. Circus Baby, Nightmare Bonnie, and Nightmare Mangle. They will all approach from the right hall, but each of them will only attack once per night. And they change their order of attack each night, so you won't know exactly who to expect first. There are always two ways to defend against them. One of them is to shut your right door and leave it shut for the duration of the night, which is obviously impractical as it drains your power. The other is to purchase their plush toys from the prize corner. The prize corner only has three plush toys available to buy: Bonnie, Mangle, and Baby. And your funds will be very limited, so it's important to buy these characters in the order that they appear in the hall. You must use Faz coins to purchase the plush toys, and there are two ways to accumulate them throughout the night. One of them is to block the attacks of other animatronics. Each successful block earns one Faz coin. The other way to earn coins is to find them on the cameras and scan your mouse over them to collect them. Increasing the difficulty of these characters will increase the price of their plush toys. William Afton, aka Scrap Trap. Afton has the distinction of having the simplest mechanic in the game, but also probably the scariest. He will only attack once per night, and there will be no way of knowing in advance when his attack will happen, or if it will happen at all. He will always attack from the vent. From the vent? on the right wall. And when he does, there will be a violent clamoring sound in the vents, and lights will flicker. When this happens, you will only have a fraction of a second to close the vent door, or your end will run with Afton screaming in your face. Fraction of a second. That is 0.25 seconds. Now, that snap took more than that. That's how long you have to react. Scrap Baby. Once per night, she will appear on the other side of the of your desk, slouched over and appearing to be discommissioned. There will be a shock panel sitting next to her. You can shock her at any time by clicking on this button, but it will drain 1% of your power each time you do so. And it will have no effect until she is posed to attack you. You must refrain from pushing this button until you notice that she has moved. Shocking her at this stage will cause her to leave the office and not return. If you fail to notice that she has moved and bring up your monitor again, you'll have nothing but a jump scare to look forward to. Rockstar Freddy. He will stand in your office the entire night and on occasion will activate, demanding a payment of 5 fast coins. If you pay him, he will return to sleep mode. Fail to pay him in a timely fashion, however, and your run will end with an angry Rockstar Freddy in your face. The problem is that Faz coins might be scarce, especially if you have the other Faz coin demanding animatronics in the halls. Thankfully, there is another option at your disposal. If you're running short on Faz coins, or just prefer not to spend them here, just crank up the heat for a few seconds. This will cause Rockstar Freddy to malfunction and eventually think the payment has been made. Trash in the gang. Question. There's three question marks. I didn't mean to give you the finger. I'm sorry. 3. Whoops. Anyway. Bonnie. Poor Bonnie has been forced to share a cramped stage with another animatronic, Foxy. And he's pretty upset about it. These two will take turns looking out from the curtain, but whereas Foxy will hide himself from the view... Whereas Foxy will hide himself from the... will hide himself when viewed on the camera, Bonnie will do the opposite and become more agitated. If Bonnie is looking out of the curtain when you view Pirate's Cove, he will take the opportunity to flash his blinding eyes and scramble your cameras, all of them, for a significant amount of time. Needless to say, losing the ability to use your cameras for this long will mostly likely be a death sentence. The only way to tell who is actively looking out from Pirate's Cove is to observe a tiny figure on your desk. This figure will change from Foxy to Bonnie depending on who's in Pirate's Cove. Not paying attention to the detail and thereby looking or not looking at Pirate's Cove at the wrong time can cost you your run. Foxy. He inhabits Pirate's Cove along with Bonnie. And while you shouldn't view Pirate's Cove when Bonnie's active, it's a necessity when Foxy is. Foxy will gradually make his exit if you don't come to check on him regularly. And once he's out, there is no way to put him back. He also has a new trick up his sleeve to get into your office. He gets in piece by piece. He will find any vulnerable in your office to slip in chunks of himself, arms, legs, head, torso, through any open vent or open door until all of the fragments are inside. Once there, he will wait for you to pull up your monitor before putting himself back together and jump scaring you. Dee Dee. She appears at random and can add a new animatronic to your game. The animatronic added will not be announced, so you'll have to quickly look at the cameras and other systems to find out who it was. Dee Dee has the potential to add one of 7... It doesn't say 7, but it is 7. So I'm just going to say 7. To add one of 7 characters not listed on the character select screen. RXQ, aka Shadow Bonnie. He will cause your office to become pitch black for about 10 seconds. There is no way to avoid him. What? Plush Trap. He will appear on a specific screen and sit in his chair. If you don't scare him out of his chair fast enough, he will jump scare you. And that is all of them. My throat hurts. Oh, my God. Guys, 2 days. It is the 25th of this video being made. And you know what happens on the 27th. Ultimate Custom Night release. I'm a beat it first day it's out. I'm a beat it first day it's out. Just refresh the page. I'm gonna see if he added another character. Nightmare Chica. Of course he did. Screw Schmidt. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Nightmare Chica, Bonnet, the Mini Arenas, and Lolbit is gonna do. And anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that. Other crap. Oh my God, look at Lolbit. Look at Lolbit.